What if something as simple as a shape could drive people insane? Not a curse, not a monster, just a spiral. Well, in this book, Uzumaki by Junji Ito explores that concept. Uzumaki translates to spirals. It's all about spirals. It's a story where an entire town becomes obsessed with spirals and slowly loses its humanity. So let's talk about the manga. This is one of my favorite mangas, Uzumaki by Junji Ito. It's a horror manga. It's really, really good, in my opinion. One of the most iconic horror artists of all time, Junji Ito. He's known for turning ordinary things into absolute nightmares. Honestly, his work is very fucking disturbing, and it's kind of like you can't look away sometimes. It's just so gross and nasty, but it kind of, at least for me, it kind of keeps me wanting like more, just because of just how fucked up it is. It's so weird, and I think it is one of the most disturbing mangas ever. So today I'm going to be telling you guys why I think Uzumaki is the most disturbing horror manga ever made. Before becoming a horror legend, Junji Ito was a dental technician. Yeah, imagine you're the person doing your teeth, working on your teeth. It makes this fucking shit. Yeah. In 1980, he got his big break with Tomy, which is the shirt I'm wearing right now. Shout out to Tomy. That's a whole other video. And from there, his career really took off. His style was heavily inspired by authors like H.P. Lovecraft, you know, the one who made Call of Cthulhu, which explains his cosmic horror. He was also inspired by Kazu Emezu, a pioneer of horror manga. What makes Junji Ito different is that he uses a lot of body horror, physiological horror, and sometimes even dark humor. And everything he draws is insanely detailed and just gross as fuck. So, the story of Uzumaki. It starts off in a small town called Korozu-cho, and at first everything seems normal until you start noticing something strange. There's spirals everywhere. And the story follows Kiri and her boyfriend Shuichi, something like that, and they watch their town slowly go fucking nuts. They like go crazy for spirals. And when I say they go nuts, I mean people become obsessed with spirals. Their bodies start turning and twisting to make spirals, and reality itself starts to warp into a fucking spiral. It's weird. It's crazy. Each chapter introduces a new, increasingly disturbing way that the spirals take over. So, why a spiral, right? Junji Ito could have done anything, but he chose a spiral. He took something completely normal and made it horrifying. Because spirals exist everywhere, you know, in shells, in hurricanes, galaxies. You know, the Milky Way is just, it's just like a big spiral in a way. They're natural, harmless, and even beautiful sometimes. But in Uzumaki, the spiral becomes a symbol of obsession, loss of control, and inevitability. Some shit like that, bro. Okay, English is not my first language, so just bear with me. Once you notice these spirals, you can't escape it. You're done. You're cooked, you know? And that's what makes it so disturbing. There's no villain to defeat, no curse to break, just a simple pattern, a shape, you know, and it keeps everything inward. You know, the spiral goes inward, like it goes in. So some iconic moments that you may know from Uzumaki that you may not know it was from Uzumaki, or a girl whose hair spirals out of control, gaining a life of its own. I'm sure you've seen this manga panel once in your life, and it's this girl and her hair is up in the air and it's just kind of like in a spiral. Now there's this one panel in the very beginning that gets me every time because of just how gross and disturbing it is. And it's Shuichi's dad, the boyfriend in the story. His dad, he's the first one to really get obsessed with these spirals. Now, in the story, he makes pots and clays and stuff out of spirals. Now, the water in this town, you can see a bunch of spirals. There's a bunch of spirals in the water. So this affects his pottery, because his creations and stuff that he makes are becoming twisted and distorted into these spirals. So he slowly starts losing his mind of these spirals, to the spiral. He starts becoming obsessed with the spiral, and he becomes super obsessed that he orders a round tub of some sort. I don't know what they call it. There's a name to it that I can't think of right now, but he orders this giant tub, and it's in a circle, and he basically twists his body to fit this tub. And I'm gonna put up a trigger warning, or not trigger warning, but just a fair warning. I'm gonna put it on the screen right now. It is fucking disgusting. He twists his whole body into this tub, and his tongue is even sticking out into a spiral. It is fucking gross, but I just love it so much. I don't know, maybe I'm fucked up, but it's so good. It's so like, ew, like what the fuck? Like, how can somebody draw this shit? But Junji Ito can, bro. Junji Ito, he's the one who draws this shit, bro. And it only gets crazier from here. Like, every other story kind of just tops that one. Like, you think that's the worst? No, it gets even worse, dude. And this book, Uzumaki, it's been out for years, and it's still considered one of the greatest horror mangas ever made. The influence can be seen across horror media, and it's often the first recommendations for anyone getting into horror manga, which is how I got into it. I was introduced to it when I was around 16. Somebody said, hey, do you like horror? Do you like anime? Well, fucking Junji Ito, Uzumaki, bro. Read it. And I did, and I fell in love with it. Honestly, I have 2 more of his books. One I haven't read, which I should, and I got it a long time ago, but I don't know, I just kind of stopped reading manga. But Shivers, I'll probably read it. I might make a video on it. The other one I have is Black Paradox, which my cousin gave me. Shout out to my cousin. She gave it to me for Christmas. Honestly, I read it like 3 times. It's actually really good. It's also a really fucking crazy story. I don't know how Junji Ito comes up with this shit, but it's crazy. I won't get into those right now, but yeah, horror manga. If you want to get into it, start with Uzumaki. Honestly, I would just stick to Junji Ito. I don't care about anybody else. Honestly, Junji Ito is like one of the goats for me, or he is the goat for me, because I haven't really read another one. I might in the future, and then I'll update you guys. But Uzumaki, so good for introduction. Since his style is so crazy, people have tried adapting it to the screen, and most popular Adult Swim made a series specifically on Uzumaki. And when the trailer came out, a lot of people were excited. I was excited. It looked really good. And from what I heard, I haven't seen it, but it's dog shit. It's ass. I think the first episode was really good, and then the rest are just dog shit. So would I recommend it? I don't know. I haven't watched it. What I have seen is the Junji Ito stories on Netflix. I would not recommend that at all. They are complete ass. I don't know who I don't know who to blame for that, but it's ass. I would not recommend it. In my opinion, Uzumaki proves that you don't need a monster. You don't need, a curse that is explained to make scary shit, to make it be scary. All it is a spiral. That's it. And there's no way to defeat it. There's no way to run from it. In the story, actually, they try to get out of this town. And I'm telling you, the whole thing is about spirals. The people can't get out of this town because the town is a spiral. Everything is a spiral. They just keep coming back. There's no way to escape from this. It's just you're stuck. Like, you're stuck. It feels helpless, hopeless. You can't do anything. against these spirals. Once the spiral gets to you, you're cooked. You're done for. And that's what makes it so scary to me, because like I said, there's no villain and you don't know why this is happening to this town. It just is, and that's it. It just is, and you just have to accept it. Now, of course, in the story, the main characters, they try to escape it, you know, but there's no escaping this. It's hopeless. The only person that seems not affected by these spirals is the boyfriend, damn, I forgot his name. Shuichi? The boyfriend. He's the one that, he notices the spirals to begin with, and he knows that these spirals make people go crazy, and throughout the story, he seems like he's the less affected by these spirals. But even then, you can't escape it. And even up to the very end, Shuichi and Carrie die together. So of course, I didn't want to talk about every story in this book because I want you guys to read it for yourself. I don't want to spoil everything in here, but it's a very good horror manga. If you like horror, if you don't, you might still enjoy it. There are some parts that are just kind of silly and like they're fucked up, but they're like okay. There's this one story where these babies, they want to stay babies and they want to stay in the womb. It's kind of funny, it's kind of stupid, but it is gross. It's still gross. So read it if you want, read it if you don't. Watch somebody else talk about it. I don't know, I don't care, but I would recommend it. So next time you see a spiral, you might look at it a little differently now. Now if you enjoyed this video, drop a like and subscribe for more. I don't know how often I'm going to be doing videos like this. Kind of just wanted a break from going outside, and you know, so I wanted to talk about just something that I like for a bit. Let me know if you guys have read any of Junji Ito stories. Let me know what's the scariest one you've read, and I'll see you guys in the next video.